Okay, my 11-year-old son informed me that I need to make a long form video for YouTube of my shelter volunteering. I googled what that means and it sounds like it has to be at least 10 minutes. So that's what I'm shooting for today. I am here at Benton County Canine Shelter. Benton County Canine Shelter, walking shelter dogs as a volunteer. The first dog here I'm taking out is Claus, and he has obviously been here since Christmas time of 2025. He is only 11 months old, so still a puppy, still has a lot of energy. He's lived in a shelter more than half of his life. He spends almost all day every day in a kennel, so obviously is going to need training, but he's a very nice dog. Already learning some stuff. Let's see if I can get him to sit or anything for you guys. Got this sweet fishing vest. So I have lots of pockets. And it's blaze yellow because we walk on a busy street and cross it and I don't want to get hit by cars. So on the back it says, I can't show you guys, I'm walking an adoptable dog. So it stands out. It's real dorky. And that's who I am. So, oh, what a good boy. Come here, Claus. Can you sit? There we go. Good boy. Good boy. Off. See, he's a big boy and he's still pretty jumpy, but he's learning. He's a big puppy. Okay, should we walk? Do you want to go for a walk? You gotta untangle. You're tangled. This is gonna be just a very hectic, chaotic video. I'm not gonna edit it in any way, shape, or form. So what you see is what you get. I'm not an expert. I don't YouTube. I'm just trying to get these shelter dogs seen and hopefully adopted and out of the shelter. And you're probably gonna hear me breathe hard if I get walking fast. And yeah, it's not, the dogs are cute, but the filming won't be cute. So right now it's a Saturday, we're at Vista Vet, they're closed. I like to bring the dogs over here because there's a lot of obviously smells of other dogs, so it gets their noses going. I don't bring them over here when they're open because yeah, there's a lot of dogs around. So you can see we got one busy street over here, Canal Drive, Kennewick. And then the street we normally walk shouldn't be a busy street, but cars drive really fast and don't pay a lot of attention, so. But if we keep walking, we can get to a park. So that's where we like to take the dogs. There's grass. It's windy enough today that there may not be pickleball players. We'll go see. If the old court is empty, sometimes we can bring dogs in there to play fetch. Because as of right now, we don't have a fenced play yard at the shelter. We did raise the funds for one. Excuse me, sir. Excuse me. Oh, let's just keep going. We did raise the funds for one. We paid the fencing company. We're just waiting on the county that runs the shelter to get the permits and schedule a date. So I don't have any real updates there. Hopefully soon. Hopefully you guys can hear me. It's windy. It's the Tri-Cities, so it's actually a nice, cool day today. I think the high's only in the 70s, which we will take. This is the other street where we normally walk. What's the name of it? I don't know. But yeah, the cars are pretty close. Some of the dogs like to chase cars. That can be an adventure. Claus is just peeing on stuff over here. Let me know if these are even worth making, because to me it seems like it would be really boring. But my 11-year-old sits and watches really long, really boring videos, so maybe that's what people are into. What else? I'm the only volunteer today, so not all the dogs are going to get walks. They all do get some time outside in the fresh air. There's some larger kennels outside that they put the dogs in when they're cleaning. So they do get a little break from their main kennel, whether or not they get a walk. Not the same as the human interaction, but there's a pause on accepting new volunteers right now due to some staffing issues. But I think probably by next month it'll be back open again. But don't quote me, just a volunteer. Obviously, if you guys have any questions about the dogs, about the shelter, about volunteering, about anything, call the shelter, talk to the staff. They'll have a lot more answers than me. So, some other details. This shelter is a county shelter, so public shelter. For most residents of Benton County, you can do a 7-day home trial adoption. So basically you take the dog home for 7 days and see how it works out. If it works, you come back and you officially adopt them. The shelter only allows large dogs to go to houses, not apartments. And obviously, if you don't own your home, gotta check with your landlord, get all that approved. Again, these are all details I don't really know, but the staff will have more info. I think in order to go to an apartment, the dog has to be 25 pounds or less. Again, don't quote me. So yeah, it's really pretty windy today, but there are a lot of people out playing pickleball still, because these pickleballers are hardcore. Come here. Do you want another treat? Come here. You gotta sit. That's a very good boy. Look how handsome he is. Look how handsome. And he doesn't try to take my hand off when he takes a treat. He's a good boy. Let's find some shade and we can sit down for a little bit. Adoption fees are $95. And that includes vaccines, including rabies, microchip, and then spay or neuter. Some of the dogs are already spayed or neutered. A lot of them aren't until after adoption. And the surgery is included in that $95 if you use VistaVet. That's how it works right now. The shelter's typical hours are Monday through Saturday from 11 to 4. But with the staffing being short, sometimes the ACOs, the kennel staff, they do all of it. They're the animal control officers. They clean the shelter. They handle adoptions. They staff, the office. So sometimes things will bring them out on calls, and the shelter will have to close temporarily. So if you do get to the shelter during their normal hours and they're not open, just try coming back again. Be patient, be nice. They're doing what they can, while also like trying to keep our community safe and animals safe. So yeah, so this is nice, the park. We got a lot of open grass. On hot days, a lot of shade options. So one of the things I try to do with some of the higher energy dogs like Claus is just sometimes sit and try to relax, just kind of bring down that nervous system. I'm not a dog trainer. I have no dog training experience, so what you see me do is obviously just an amateur volunteer with a regular day job who loves dogs and loves spending time with them. I have 4 at home. 3 came from shelters and 1 came from a rescue. So, oh boy. Okay. All right. Right, we're gonna calm down. Excuse me, sir. So as you can see, getting them to calm down is not always the easiest task, but now he's sitting nicely and just taking in his surroundings. So that's one of the things I like to do. Got baseball happening over here. Busy day at Lord Scott Park. Not as busy as it can be, but oh, we even have some open pickleball courts, huh, Bubba? I don't know if I'm even gonna post this. Can you sit? You guys sit. Klausy. Not on me. I mean, you can if you want. You could even lay down. You could lay down. Oh, there's a dog in my lap. Oh, my goodness. We're not going crazy. Just be calm, okay? Good boy. Good boy. I would love if he had a house and a yard to run around in. Klaus. As you can see, he's not neutered. He wants to run. What do you guys think his breed mix is? If you've made it this far, drop it in the comments. He's, I don't know if you could tell from he's a pretty large dog. German Shepherd size, I'd say. Hi. He's completely leaned into my body now. We're just observing. All right, well, there's a lot more dogs, so I'd love to sit here with you all day, but I gotta take you back, okay? Should we show them that process? Okay. Ugh. Old lady noises as I stand up. Oh, look at all the pretty flowers. Yep, that cough, not gonna be edited. The grass pollen here in Tri-Cities has been extraordinarily high for months. So a lot of us are suffering. I know one person who's gonna watch this whole video, and that's my son. And then he's gonna tell me all the things I did wrong and how I need to fix it going forward. I am not really a consumer of YouTube either, so I don't really know how it all works. Honestly, the short videos you guys see on the channel introducing you to the dogs are all just things we've made on Instagram or TikTok, because it's a lot of work keeping up with all the different social media things. And there's a few volunteers that do social media. Miranda is on TikTok. I can't remember her TikTok name, but I will post it if this app lets me. I don't know. Maybe I'll get blocked because I said the word TikTok. I'm on TikTok, and then Julie and I are both new to TikTok, but we're doing what we can. And then Julie and I are also both on Instagram. My Instagram is Adopt Shelter Floof Swa, and hers is TC Adoptables. Again, can't remember. Should have been prepared, but I will get you guys that info if you want it. And then the shelter itself, Benton County Canine Shelter in Washington, has a Facebook page where they post some stuff, but none of the volunteers are on Facebook, to my knowledge. So, and then I think I'm the only one attempting this YouTube thing. Oh, another volunteer's here. Good. I don't know how he feels about being on social media, so I won't show him to you guys. But he takes the same 3 dogs. He comes in almost every single day and takes the 3 dogs that are kind of some of our bigger, stronger, harder pullers. And he's developed quite the bond with all 3 of them. Moose, Felix, and Bowser. I'm going to pause so I can say hi. Well, I thought I'd pause the video, but evidently I stopped it. Yeah, we ran into Volunteer and Moose. He was walking. Claus, they weren't reactive with each other at all. We were across the street. Claus was just very interested in Moose. I think he might be okay with other dogs. It's really hard to say since he's grown up in a shelter where he's been around a lot of dogs, but he hasn't interacted with dogs, because for the most part we can't let the dogs interact at the shelter, at this shelter. All right, there's just going to be a lot of silence now. All right, another pee. Okay. What you looking at? You looking for Moose? So the dogs that other volunteer walks that I mentioned, Moose, Bowser, and Felix, are all pitty mixes of some kind. And very sweet dogs, very strong dogs. Obviously, almost every shelter dog is gonna need structured training. Neutering, more exercise than they're getting now. Bowser's really sweet. I miss walking him. He just wants to like live in your skin. He's very, very, very people dog. I'm really actually surprised. I mean, he's a black pit mix, which is, I assume, the only reason he hasn't been adopted yet. Because, yeah, he's just a really wonderful dog. He seems like he's dog friendly. You know, he'd be probably fine with older kids. He likes to, like, get up on your body and give kisses and all that, so he would definitely plow over a little kid. I'm not a big fan of new dogs with little kids in general. Just personal preference. Just the risk feels high to me. My kid grew up with dogs, but the dogs were there and then he was born, so obviously the dogs weren't going anywhere. And now he's 11 and we have 4 dogs, and he loves them. They love him, but he's also giant, so there's no knocking that kid over. He can hear this. He's gonna hear this. He's gonna be like, Mom, why'd you call me a giant? Well, he's taller than me at 11. He's gonna make fun of me, guys. Tweens, man. To be a volunteer here, speaking of kids, you have to be over 18. They do a background check. There's like a simple application and a short orientation, but like I said, that's on pause right now, but hopefully should open up again shortly. So we're here back at the shelter. This is like the main building, and then a year or so ago they expanded, so there's the new building. Oh yeah, here we go. Oh, I guess it was just in November. But, so, Claus here came in shortly after the new building. Come on, bub. So we're heading back into the shelter now. Secure, so with the badge in. And then you're gonna see, it's gonna get loud. There's gonna be a lot of barking, a lot of kennel reactivity. So if you have sensitive ears, now would be the good time to turn down your volume. He cracks me up. Hi, Sadie. It's gonna be loud in here too. Okay. Oh, you want a treat? Can you come up here? And sit? Go, boy. Go, boy. Get your water, yeah. I'll see you later. I'll see you later, buddy. Say thanks for coming along.
a good boy, huh?